the Supreme Court has delivered a firm reminder on constitutional boundaries, ruling that the Tamil Nadu governor Ravi acted illegally and arbitrarily by withholding assent to 10 bills passed by the State Assembly. Now, the Supreme Court has struck down Governor Ravi's decision to forward 10 state bills to the President, calling it both illegal and arbitrary. Justices J.B. Pardiwala and R. Mahadevan ruled that all related actions by the governor stand nullified. The bills, they said, will be considered as having received assent from the date they were resubmitted to him by the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The court also remarked that the governor had failed to act in good faith. And reacting to the judgment, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin hailed it as a historic moment, not just for the state, but for federalism across India. He reaffirmed the DMK's commitment to strengthening state rights and upholding the principles of a truly federal structure.
It's a very important verdict that the Tamil Nadu government has fought in the Supreme Court has gotten against the governor. What are the key takeaways of this verdict, sir?
First of all, I have to thank the Honorable Supreme Court for giving this landmark judgment. I have to thank the Honorable judges, and they have sent a correct signal that the democracy and the Constitution prevails. Now this judgment will clearly, issued clear guidelines about how the governor has to function himself under the Constitution, particularly when he receives a bill from the Assembly and which is being given an advice by the Council of Ministers. So he has to necessarily go by the advice of the Council of Ministers, and if he wants to withhold the bill, that should be under the aid and advice of Council of Ministers. So he cannot act independently, and he has no veto power.
The Chief Minister says this victory is not just for Tamil Nadu but also the other states as well. So how is the other states going to benefit from this particular one?
Certainly this is a landmark judgment. The judgment pronounced in state of Tamil Nadu is binding. It's so far as India is concerned, it will be applicable. The law of land, it's a law of land, and Article 142 they have invoked to even go to the extent of saying that the assent is deemed to have been granted. So all the states where the BJP, non-BJP ruling states, where the governors are acting in defiance to the Constitution, this will send us a real correct message for them.
My colleague Harish is joining me right now to get us more details. Harish, of course, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has hailed this decision as historic, saying that it's only going to strengthen the federalism in the country. But what do we know about the fate of all the bills that remained without an assent from the governor? Is the Supreme Court now going to give a timeline for it?
Yes, so the significant part of the judgment is that the judgment itself says that the court declared that the 10 bills would be deemed to have received the assent of the governor when they were presented in the second round after they were passed again by the State Assembly. So in a way, the Supreme Court itself giving assent to those 10 bills, saying that it will be deemed as if the governor has already given assent to it, because the Supreme Court has set aside the governor's reservation of 10 bills for the president, saying the governor acted without bona fide and his act is illegal and erroneous in law and liable to be set aside. So the Supreme Court has in fact set aside the governor referring these 10 bills to the president, which means that the moment these bills were re-presented before the governor, the Supreme Court said it is deemed to have been given assent by the governor. So what is important is that apart from fixing the contours of government's power vis-a-vis assenting the bills, the Supreme Court has also fixed the time frame for government and saying that in case the governor withholds assent and reserves it for president, he can do so maximum for 1 month. If assent is withheld without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, bill is to be returned within 3 months. Also, it says that if bill is presented after reconsideration by State Assembly, it has to be assented to within 1 month. So in fact, a landmark judgment where the Supreme Court has for the first time even laid down time frame, deadline, and time frame for governor to assent the bill. Back to you.
Absolutely, Harish. Thank you for getting us all those details.